straight from the start, Evan Child. That is a fabulous start for Canada in front of the home fans here at BC Place.
This man has some pace if he can get away. Ergas, the Fenn, bringing the crowd to his feet.
Andrea Burk joining me all the way from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Thanks so much for taking the time. We're, of course, talking rugby. Second weekend in a row. Last week, Vancouver. Men finished 6th, women finished 3rd. Was that a success with what you saw?
Vancouver 7 stop for the HSBC World Series was an absolute success. From the organizing committee, the tournament committee, to the quality of the play on the field was really, really impressive. We all know that there's a lot of logistics that are coming into play as far as health standards go with COVID. And what was recognized by the Vancouver Sevens tournament is that it was really setting the stage. It was really a class above when it comes to running a safe, healthy sport environment throughout the COVID pandemic. And from the playing perspective, we saw some really superb up-and-comers showing their stuff, some rookies getting exposed to what it means to get hit on an international field. And then, of course, the only endurance that matched the endurance of the athletes on the field was the endurance of the fans in the stands. They were up on their feet, they were in full costume wherever they could, and cheering on Canada and the rest of the nations at Vancouver Sevens.
No, such an amazing atmosphere in Vancouver. Hope to see a little bit of that in Edmonton. But you said rookies. Now, last week we talked about how many veteran men's players have retired. Who are some of those rookies on the men's side that have impressed you?
Well, right out of the gates was Brenning Prevost. He plays with a lot of speed, a really great tactical awareness, what we like to call heads up rugby. He's always scanning the field and he's able to strike when he sees that opportunity open up. But Josiah Mora from Toronto and Toronto Intercity Rugby Foundation, he has really shown his own. He's really grown up over the last couple of years. I can't count the number of times this man chased down a tackle, his explosion, his aerial skills, his determination and grit. He's really grown into this more of a veteran type role, and is a great example for some of the younger players to work off of. And I have to say the same thing on that same theme as far as players growing their confidence. I saw the same thing from Olivia Apps on the women's side this weekend.
Awesome. Veterans really stepping up as well. Let's go to the women, though. They came away with a bronze medal, playing a Fast Four tournament, so 4 teams. What do they need to do to change in Edmonton to upgrade the shade of that medal?
Well, I think what Canada needs to do, so they're playing against Great Britain, who is out and out the most experienced team at the Fast Four and at Canada Sevens. USA Rugby has a little bit of that mix of experience and a little bit of the up-and-coming newcomers. So they have a very similar mix to what Canada is bringing. I think for what Canada needs to do, they need to bring that like genuine youth and excitement and energy for the game, and to be able to carry that through. Really ruffle the feathers, get under the skin of some of the experienced players on Great Britain. We call it, we call it old man or old woman strength, that grit that comes with the experience. There's a sense of meanness that players will bring onto the field. And so for the young Canadian side to bring a little, bring that energy, bring that youth that they have, but also that like the hard toughness that comes from the game of rugby, that is a bit of an art that you get through experience, I think will rock the experienced women on the Great Britain side, as well as shock some of the younger players of the USA side.
I want you to put on your fortune teller hat. Predictions for Edmonton. Go.
We're going to see some upsets. I think Canada women's side can crack that final. Staying solid, staying tight through the last 3 minutes of the game, getting tight on defense, which I know coaches Russell and Hanratty will be really drilling the team with this week, will give Canada women's side a really great chance to get into the final. I think the men showed a lot of promise. I thought they had a great tournament. Likely they're not happy with a 6th place finish. That's a hard game to lose, but playing in the quarters, a little bit of consistency there. Again, the USA men's team has a little bit more experience than Canada does this weekend. But I think, Canada pushing for a 5th place finish, even a semifinal is not too far out of reach for the Canadians men's side.
Thanks so much for chatting, Andrea. Always lovely to see your face. It is all happening in Edmonton this weekend. Tune into CBC to follow along.
Thank you so much.